How's it going, guys? This is Avollon, and welcome back to episode number 31 of Avollon's World. Last episode, we constructed the Royal Palace, which is built on top of our Guardian Farm, and let me just say, really loving the build here. Today's episode, like I hinted at the end of the last episode, we're going to be working on this thing up here. Because right now, it's just a mess of blocks, and as you might have been able to see, we got some skeleton horses. I was here AFK to get a whole bunch of prismarine because we're going to need a lot. A heck of a lot more than what we got. And yeah, there's just some skeleton horses up here. No skeletons. None of the riders. Just the horses. I'm fine with that because they're actually going to prove to be useful because the skeleton horses sink in water because they're undead mobs. Meaning they're the only horse you can really use underwater. And if we have conduits, we can breathe underwater. So, you know, it makes horse travel pretty cool. And we can make a stable somewhere. So definitely going to be doing that in the near future. Because these guys need a home before they die. I don't think they'll fall off the edge. I think their AI is smarter than that. But yeah. If you aren't already, make sure to click that subscribe button. Because we got big plans. Big plans for this area, even after we finish the palace here. But like I said in today's episode, we're going to be doing this. So, without further ado, let's get started into it. And I figured, why not start with the time lapse? I came up with a design. I have a whole bunch of prismarine, stairs, and slabs in my inventory here. We're going to do something with this tower. And we're going to do a time lapse for it. The first time lapse of today's episode. There's bound to be more, I'm assuming. I don't know. We'll find out. So without further ado, you should start to hear some music. And let's get in to that time lapse. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that little time lapse. Nothing too fancy, we just built a giant staircase going up the tower, which wasn't my original intention. To be honest, this is supposed to be some sort of like energy wrapping around the tower or something. Just something to give it more depth and not look so plain. But it doubles as a viable staircase, so if we ever need to get up top or something and we're down below, we don't have an elytra, which isn't likely, we now have a staircase to get up and down, and now I might actually have a safe way to get these skeleton horses down. It takes a while to get up here, but yeah, it works pretty well. Now, what I said, this is supposed to be some sort of like energy going around the pillar here or something. Really, it's supposed to just add detail more than anything. But I came up with the idea because I was thinking, what was I going to do with the drop chute? Because I wanted to look kind of like it was hanging, like this entire AFK platform here in the storage room is hanging off of this tower. So I'm going to make a bigger section up here and then use this same design coming down to connect the building down here. And I might even connect at some point up here but I think it's pretty cool, and I think it looks pretty good from all angles, especially coming from my base, which I think is over this way. It just helps give it a little bit more flair, a little bit more depth and detail, and it looks pretty good. I started down here at the bottom, just to connect it up at a solid base, and you can see it connects right up to the wall. And you guys did see in the time lapse, I actually had to dig through the roof here, which took a little bit of pre-planning. I actually gotta see, we gotta somehow reorganize this little hole in here. Well, that glitched out. But once I figured that out, I'll, fix that, because this has to probably go here and then concrete there. So anyway, I'm going to get to getting the foundations of this building in place up here and start laying stuff out, because I really don't know what I'm doing up here yet. I'll be back once I got some progress to show you guys. Alright, so I've been busy doing some stuff, doing some things, and I got some progress to show you guys. A kind of sphere type shape. I don't really know how to classify it as, but it's in the process of being built. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of progress before I continued, just so you guys can see what I kind of have in mind for this place, because, yeah, it's pretty all over the place at its current moment. The platform here did get kind of shortened a little bit, and we still have to cover up this portion and that portion up there yet. But I'm not exactly done with this yet. We still got a couple empty holes there you can see in the back. You can see some of the redstone exposed, and you can actually see this side is different from all the rest. And that's because this is the finished design over here, except for, I have to fill in the gaps here. But the roof is done over here. We got sea lanterns poking out of the sides, which I think look pretty cool. And everything is spawn-proof, or should be spawn-proof. You might have noticed some gunpowder somewhere. It's here somewhere. Where is it? Right over there. Creepers decided to spawn on the blocks because I don't have that spawn-proof because it's not finished over there yet. But it is a hectic jumble of blocks over here, and so far so good. But we did have to make a few adjustments. Like I said, we had to shorten down the path? Why did my brain think this is a path? Platform. That's the right word to use. And we had to shorten it back, and we'll probably have to shorten it back even more. The building over here does touch the tower over here, and it does... I don't actually think it intersects any of the, whatchamacallit, power swirl thing we built up. You can also see the skeleton horses have a new home, the roof, because they were all on top of the sorting system here, so I had to move them somewhere. But I'm going to finish off this and get the walls in place and the rest of the sea lanterns in place. I still have to actually get all of the floor in place in the bottom, which is the harder part of the two. And then I will be back once I got some more progress to show you guys. I wanted to give you guys a little progress update. Hold you guys over until the big and final result, nearing its conclusion of this episode. And I'm finished, at least with the core structure around the, whatchamacallit, storage room thing. And I think it turned out pretty good. Not gonna lie, I used a lot more prismarine than I did prismarine bricks or the dark prismarine, because we used a lot of it everywhere else. I kind of want to break up the textures just a little bit here, and just kind of throw some different odds and ends in here. So you can kind of see it. I missed a wall there. I kind of closed in the walls, but I left a little bit of a gap because I liked how it looked. And then I added a whole bunch of sea lanterns literally everywhere along the floor. And let me just say, it is pretty insane. This isn't angled right either. There'll just be small things that I notice that will just bug me, and that has to go like that, and I don't think I can place the stair right from this angle. So that's cool. But there's a lot of different angles and, different parts involved with this. I really don't know how to explain it. I can't guarantee 100% that everything is even and equal and symmetrical, but it looks good, and in reality that's all that matters. Everything is also spawn-proof. As you guys can see, we've got sea lanterns literally everywhere. I said that. And I left the glass here so you can still see the item disposal unit there. And all we got to do now is continue this kind of structure around the AFK point and killing chamber and up there. So I'm going to get to doing that, and I'll be back once I got some more progress to show you guys. Alright, so it seems like I'm always flying by this thing to show you guys what I've been up to. But I encased the killing chamber in the AFK area, and yeah, looks pretty cool. And you can actually fly on in here. Now one thing I did add is some stairs out the front here. So if we are coming from my base, which half the time we are going to be coming from my base, we can just land right here and just come right into the killing chamber. If we need to kill guardians for XP, or if we want to AFK, we've got that option. I kept the glass here so we can see what time of day it is, and we're all encased in here, so we're protected from those nasty phantoms, and then we can just easily drop right down here to the collection area, and then come right back up to right here, to where the killing chamber is, and you can see all the guardians are floating on up. There's a lot of guardians, and we've got a lot of prismarine. More than enough that we need to finish off this structure here and get the entire inside decorated. But I like how it looks. It's not the most glorious of things, and I went for a more rectangular design than symmetrical and square, not just square, spherical and, you know, circular and stuff like that. And these are actually flat blocks, so mobs could technically spawn on these, but I have enough sea lanterns here with light sources that it shouldn't be a problem. So all we got left to do is that top bit, and then we can continue the energy coil prismarine thing down to here, so it looks like it's holding this section up as well. The only thing is, you'll probably never see this side of it too often, as I'll be coming from that side, but now I gotta make it look good all the way around, and once this is finished, it'll definitely look a lot better than it did from down below, which is probably where we're gonna see it a lot when we're building down here, and I can already say that looks a lot better, more like it's supposed to be there, and once we get this more bulky bit up here, if I can speak today, and the energy coil, it'll kind of all tie together, I think. And I might add a band around the tower here to connect the big bulk of this storage room building to the tower, just so it looks more connected. I don't know, I haven't gotten that far. I might test around with that and see what I can figure out. But I'll be back once I got that in place, and that'll pretty much be it, as far as I know, for this episode. So yeah, pretty fun stuff. We got the entire thing decorated. The outer shell will be done. So I'll be back once I got some more progress to show you guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that time-lapse little thing I threw in there at the end, and we got these shaders on. This is something I always forget that I have with Optifine. I don't know when I installed the shaders, but it makes the water look absolutely beautiful. And look at that sunset with the light going through it. Good stuff. But I figured we'd take a look at our build in shaders. I took a screenshot for the thumbnail for last episode using shaders at night, and it looks very ominous. So I figured I'd let you guys see what actually the thing looks like in shaders, because I didn't show it as far as I can remember. And this is the finished product. I added the dark prismarine going up the sides, and then added the little power strip thing that, we've been doing for a while there, and added that one up there. We added the two end caps, which you've seen in the time lapse, and everything is looking pretty darn good. Not gonna lie. It gets a little laggy, and inside gets a little dark, but as you can see, it's pretty fancy in here, and everything works pretty good. I like how it looks like when you're in water with this shaders too. So the entirety of the Guardian farm, at least the outer shell of it, is finished. Now all I gotta do is the inner shell, and then we can not call it quits on this project, but essentially have a good enough progress on it that I'd be happy with for now, until we come back and start building up the underwater city that's going to be surrounding this ocean here, which I have yet to plan out anything for that. But I like how this looks in shaders and everything, just the world in general. I should have used shaders for the world tour, now that I think of it. Didn't even cross my mind until I was going to take the picture for the thumbnail. I was like, oh, I have shaders, I forgot about that. And yeah, once 1.16 comes out, we won't have shaders, so we gotta make use of it while we got it. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. I mean, this is what we did this episode. I said it was gonna be a shorter, smaller episode. I still don't know the exact time stamp that we're gonna have, but that's cool. Look at that. The sun rays reflecting off of me. That's pretty cool. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. And without further ado, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Farewell.